Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. So today I was thinking it'd be a good day to show you my 2023 cold weather bug out system. Stay tuned, this should be a good one. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. So like I said, this is my cold weather bug out system. It is 2023, it's cold outside, and you know, as many of you know, SHTF is probably on the horizon, so we all have to be ready and make sure that you have all your affairs in order and you have put together your bug out bags and everything like that. And hopefully you guys are putting your bug out bags in accordance with where you live. So I'm just going to go ahead and give you kind of a general overview of the stuff that I have with this system. And then once I do that, I'm going to go ahead and get the camera a little closer, and I'm going to start breaking open these packs and show you what I have. But for right now, like you saw in the intro, I got some snowshoes. I have a trauma IFAC right here, kind of blowout kit. This here is my is kind of a it's a chest pack, and everything that I keep in here is kind of like essential gear that I would need while I'm on foot that I don't necessarily want to pull my pack off and keep in my bag. So it's just kind of a first responder kit. Then here obviously is my bug out bag. I have a Baofeng radio on the side of the pack here. I have a sleeping roll. I have a field knife here. I have some heavy duty extreme weather military issue mittens. So they're lined, they have wool liners, and then a deerskin pad here, and kind of a Gore-Tex shell on the top. They also come with the trigger finger in case things go hot. This is an Eberly stock Fact Track bag. I got this bag mainly because it has a lot of nice features, but one of the main key features that I liked the best was the ability to kind of open up the bag from the front here and keep all your gear intact, and so you can access everything in the bag. So it just makes it really convenient without having to try to pull everything out if you're looking for one thing. And then of course here I got some Hodgman cold weather boots, and these just kind of work really well with my snowshoes. So also in accordance with all that, I have a big sled here that if I need to, I can just throw my bug out bag and rifle or whatever other stuff that I might be carrying, and it just makes it a lot easier to carry stuff through the snow. So if any of you have ever snowshoed before, you know how difficult it is to try and do that with a bag, a big heavy pack on your back. So this just makes it easier to kind of trudge through the snow when you're snowshoeing through the backcountry. So okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and get the camera pointed to the bag so you can see everything that's inside. So stay tuned. All right, so before I dig into this bag real quick, I'm going to go ahead and show you my EDC, kind of what I carry on me each day, and then maybe some of the things I might EDC on a day where there would be an emergency. So I'll just go ahead and start with my EDC pistol. This is a Smith & Wesson Shield chambered in 9mm. It has the TLR6 laser light combination. And then the holster is just a We the People Kydex holster that was just kind of custom made to fit the pistol with the light. So that's what I keep on me. And then my folding knife is it's an EC rat knife. So just simple 4-bowl knife. I go through knives pretty fast, so I usually don't like to spend that much money on them. I try to just kind of get like subgrade knives. So EC does make good products. This is not their best product. but this is the knife that I'm currently keeping with me. And then of course I have my wallet and my keys. And then a lot of times when I'm out in the field, I'll carry this neck knife here, and this is an EC Isuza, or Izula. It's the Izula 2. It's a very light neck knife, high carbon steel with a micarta grip. It's just very light, extremely sharp, and allows you to, and very heavy duty, allows you to do like fine cutting or processing game, stuff like that. So also I went with the neck knife. It's just, one less thing that I keep in my pockets or on my waist. I just don't like to have a lot of stuff on my waist because I already have enough stuff in my in my pockets, and it just allows me to kind of access this knife a lot quicker. So that's why I keep it on my neck. Like I showed you in the this IFAK here was in my Bugout vehicle video that I made a while back, and essentially I usually just keep it on the back seat of my truck. Has a rip away capability, so that if there's an emergency that I need to get to, I can just rip that off and quickly get to it. This here is an IR patch. It can just be seen with light, just a reflective patch. So in the dark, if I'm looking for it, I can find it really easy. I have a pair of trauma shears, a glow stick here, and then inside I just have a lot of, I got some, I think I have like 2 tourniquets in here, and then like two compressed bandages, an Israeli compression bandage, and then some basic Bobo kit stuff like tweezers and alcohol wipes, stuff like that. This here is my just a chest pack. It's kind of like a fallout kit, and that's what I call it. Essentially what it contains is my basic navigational supplies. I carry some extra mags in here for my EDC pistol, and then just stuff that I would need to get to if I was on foot and I didn't want to stop. So in this front pouch here, I have some binoculars here for just scouting, navigating the terrain, as well as I have some high-grade topo maps in here, and then a compass, and a couple more maps of my state. Have some protein bars. And then in this pouch here, like I said, I got the 2 extra mags for my EDC pistol. I have a extra lighter. This is a rechargeable extra battery for my Baofeng radio, which is on the side of my Bugout bag here. And then this here is a 1300 lumen rechargeable flashlight that I always keep charged. Have a Gerber multi-tool here, a couple pens, and this is just a hard shell wallet with some, right now I have my hunting license in there, and my some EC survival cards. This here is just a Minuteman Medic disposable trauma kit, so it just has like a tourniquet, rapid tourniquet, some compressed gauze, that kind of stuff. And then in this pouch I carry a external battery to recharge the flashlight and stuff like that. All right, moving forward. This is a Schrade hatchet that I sometimes keep in my pack here, although I do jettison it at times in favor. I have a heavier duty bushcraft knife on the side here, which I'll show you in a second. But it just adds a lot of weight, so sometimes I keep it with me, sometimes I don't. There's there's better ways to, it definitely has its functions, but I can do almost as much stuff with my knife and a saw as I can with this axe. So On the side here is my Baofeng radio with an extended folding antenna on the side. This radio is programmed to all the local emergency frequencies, as well as my local repeaters and stuff like that. This here is a thermarest bedroll. And then on the side here is, like I said, this is a Tops knife. It's their Brothers of Bushcraft fieldcraft knife, and so it's just a very heavy duty knife that I can process wood. I can baton wood with this. It also has this little divot in case you want to. It just helps you to assess like a bow drill if you're going to start a fire that way. And then on the side of this Kydex holster here, we have a fire steel. Just another fire steel. I got plenty of these, but it's always good to have extras. All right, moving to this front part of the pouch. This is essentially like an admin pouch. So I keep some beef jerky, some almonds. I have a length of rope here for building shelters or doing whatever. This here is a CRKT folding knife. Just kind of more cutting tool redundancy. I have a Sharpie for writing on tourniquets, stuff like that. A couple pens. I got 3 Right in the Rain notepads here. I got 3 more glow sticks. And then in this pouch here, I carry, if I can get to it, I just carry about like $100 in small bills. And then these are some caffeinated jelly beans in case, you know, I got to stay up all night walking or something. I have these, help keep me awake. And then another Bic lighter there. I think that's, oh, and then I have some face paint here in case I you know, need to achieve some type of concealment for some reason. You never know what the situation, you know, may be, so I always just give myself the option of concealment. This here is a knife sharpener. And that's about it for that pouch. This here is just a kind of a beacon light. Each one of our family members has a light on their backpack. And it's just a way to kind of keep a visual on everybody if we're hiking at night. Just makes keeping track of each other a lot easier. So that's why I have that on there. In this top pouch, I have a hand crank radio. I have some more stormproof matches. I keep like a waterproof first aid kit, and then kind of a heavy duty sleeping bag, emergency blanket. Yeah, this backpack weighs about 36 pounds, give or take, with everything in it, which is about a quarter of my weight. It's actually a lot less. It's so my quarter of my weight would be about 50 something pounds. This bag is 36 pounds. So I still have a lot more weight to put in here. They say that you shouldn't have your backpack shouldn't be more than 25% of your body weight. So I'm still well under, even with this big bag here. I'm not sure if I mentioned it, but this Everly stock backpack, and most of them come with this, but there's a zipper under here with a pouch that has like a poncho that you can, in case it starts to rain, the poncho can you can deploy this poncho, and it's designed to go over your whole backpack and keep everything dry in case it starts raining. On the side here are the gloves. already went over those. I'll just go ahead and start with this front top pouch. I just kind of keep some readily accessible stuff that I might need to get to quickly. So I have a fleece beanie, keep my head warm. I also have some really warm gloves right here to keep my hands warm and keep my hands very agile. So in case I need to shoot, these fingers won't get in the way. They fit into the finger hole of my weapons really easily. So this here is a Streamlight headlamp. It has the red, blue, and IR capabilities on here. The IR is kind of a feature. It's a feature that allows you to make visual with somebody that might be searching for you with an infrared system or night vision system, while at the same time keeping your concealment to people who don't have that capability. So it's a nice feature. And then in the back, I have a shamag, and these have lots of uses, so I always keep that in there. All right, and then just getting to the front part of the pack here. On this molly webbing here, I keep some zip ties. The zip ties have lots of uses. This here is a 72-hour food kit, like MRE, by Ready Hour. I'm not sure if they're still around. They had a deal going a couple years back. I bought this whole kit of food for, I think it was like $10, and that included that was free shipping and everything. So not going to find a deal like that anymore. But anyways, it's a 72-hour kit. All the food in here is either freeze dried or dehydrated. So this is like one of the things that I did switch out when we got into the winter months, because I was keeping MREs in here, but the MREs will freeze, and then it's just kind of hard to, just not good for your MREs to freeze. So just make sure when you're updating your bug out bags for the winter that you put freeze dried food that's not going to get damaged from being frozen. This here is just a flashlight I keep readily accessible. It's just kind of a flashlight, and then functions as like a lantern. This here is a Bugout Laplander folding saw for making shelters or processing firewood. This here is like a pants. I have some thermal underwear in here, some really heavy duty, like extreme cold weather, heavy duty thermal underwear in here, as well as a couple pairs of socks and underwear, and then and a t-shirt. I got a lot of clothes just in here, and then I just put this in a food saver bag and sucked all the air out and got this super compressed. So it allows my all my extra clothes to be very compressed and take up very little room while keeping them dry at the same time. So it's a good thing to do if you want to put clothes in your bug out system. This here is pretty much my main mess kit, cook kit. So it's just a canteen. I keep my water in, and then this nesting cup here I can cook. I put on a stove, which I'll show you. Is another part of my cook system. Okay, so this is basically my main water system here, and this consists of a 32-ounce, or it's actually a 40-ounce clean canteen with a MSR ceramic water filter. So you take the cap off here, and it screws right onto the bottom of the water filter here, and then you throw this line into your water source like a pond, and you can just pump the water from the pond straight into your into the container here, and it makes it so that you're keeping your clean water really far away from your contaminated water. Also, I kind of went with this filter because it is ceramic. And though it is a lot heavier than some water filter options out there, I chose it in case you get into some muddy water and that's all you have. It's not only going to clean that water really well, but it's going to make the water taste a hell of a lot better than just something like a one of those straw filters. So that is my water system. This here is a poncho. And then here is like a hunting fishing kit that I made, and basically I just have some lures and leaders that I've already put together. And each line has like different weights, so I got some, 15-pound test line for heavier, bigger fish, and then lighter line for smaller fish, and they're already tied to the hooks and everything, ready to go. And then inside here I have more weights and swivels and stuff like that. This also kind of works in conjunction. The reason why I have all these pre-made leaders is because I have these fish yo-yos, and basically if you've seen these, you would just attach your leader to the end of this line here, and you'd hook this contraption to a tree, and you throw your leader out into your water, and it's got this little trip lever right there, and then when a fish takes the bait, it trips the lever there, and then keeps tension on that line, so that it'll just kind of keep tension on the line, keep your fish on your line until you can get to the trap. So cool little invention. Also have Panther Martin. I got 2 of these because it's just one of my favorite lures. I almost always catch a fish with one of these lures, like first cast. This is just some extra snare wire. And then I got a couple more fish yo-yos in here. And then I carry these are just small game snares. I got 3 small game snares. And then I keep some heavier duty snares in here. So these bigger snares I can catch coyote. I could probably catch a deer even. And then these are kind of intended for squirrels and rabbits, raccoons, stuff like that. Alright, then here is my fire/cooking kit. And in here I got a fire steel that I made. I'll probably make a video on how to make these. They're pretty easy to make. The only difficult part is making sure you get your hole drilled nice and straight. So you'll definitely need a drill press to make one of these. It's a little more trickier than it looks, because the key is to try to get that hole perfectly straight so that fire steel lines up nice and straight, and then I just epoxy it in. But yeah, I make these out of wood, and I can make them out of micarta or whatever, so it's a fun thing. But yeah, I have a fire steel in my fire kit. Then I got some heavy duty stormproof matches by Zippo. So these are like the extra large matches. They burn underwater. And then of course I carry a lighter, another Bic lighter. I carry, these are fuel tabs that work with my S-bit stove. And these are a great little stove to have. Essentially what they do is they open up like that, and then you would put your pot on top of here, or in my case I keep my cup for my cook system on here, and then you put one of these fuel tabs on there, and you light it, and it will burn, probably boil at least two cups of water. They burn for close to 10 minutes, so it's just a really good lightweight item. I'll make sure to put a link in the description as to where you can get this, because they're very cheap. I get this stove and 12 fuel tabs for under $10. So I'll make sure to leave a link in the description on where you get these. And then I have a kind of a spoon eating utensil here, spoon fork. And then this here is a stove, kind of a more sustainable stove where I can cook stuff on top of here, but instead of these fuel tablets, I can use sticks and wood that I find laying around. And then I have an extra set of utensils in this bag here. And then also at the bottom here, I keep 4 little tea candles in here just for light and or starting a fire or whatever. All right. Also, I have some 550 paracord in here for making shelters or whatever. These are some, this is just some cleaning wipes here. This here is my sleeping bag. This is not the warmest bag. I'm going to be updating this, my sleeping bag soon. I did have like a really heavy duty. I had like the Marine Corps sleep system, and I had that for years, but it just got too heavy, and so I ended up selling it. And so I had the money from it. I'm going to eventually invest it into another bag. I just haven't decided on which one I want. So I am looking at the Snug Pack level 3 bag at the moment, but I was hoping to kind of get into like a down sleeping bag because they're lighter and they last forever. Whereas the synthetic bags, they are warmer, but they do have an expiration date. A lot of people don't realize that, but with the synthetic fill type sleeping bags, they probably only have like a 10-year expiration date. Also, the thing with the sleeping bags, if you're using a synthetic sleeping bag, you're going to want to make sure that if it's packed in a bag, that you unpack it at least once a year and then repack it, because what will happen is you'll get creases in the bags, and those little creases that just stay in the same place from packing it will create cold spots in your bag. So you just got to make sure that you kind of keep your sleeping bags, your synthetic sleeping bags, moving around. This here is my shelter system, just basically a big tarp. I think it's like a, I don't know, probably like a 8x10 tarp, maybe a little bigger, but it has a multi-cam pattern on the outside for concealment, and then it has a like a aluminum back on the other side for heat reflection. So you can build a fire in front of your shelter and it will reflect the heat back onto you. On the side here, I keep just a basic hygiene kit, just some toothpaste, dental floss, toilet paper, that kind of stuff. There's a signaling mirror that I keep in here that I also use, you know, for first aid on my face or something like that. Okay, so I think that's about it. One more part of this system that I use is this sled, and like I said, it does allow me, I can put, you know, when you're trudging through the snow, for those of you who have walked through the snow with snowshoes, you know how difficult it is. And the idea when you're walking through the snow is to try and stay on top of that snow. And so the less weight you have on you, the better chances you are of staying on top of that snow. If you have a lot of weight, big heavy backpack on, your feet are going to be sinking further down into that snow, making it a lot more difficult for you to walk through the snow. So keeping this sled on me, if I was on foot through the backcountry, I would definitely be carrying this sled just to put gear in it. Just makes it a lot easier to move gear around and stuff like that. So like I said, I mean, this is part of a whole system, so this sled would be part of the system as well. Trying to think if that's everything. I think that's just about it. On the front of the bag here, I do have a streamlight flashlight. I think it's just like 1,000 lumen light, but it's just a really heavy duty light, and I can kind of turn it on and it'll keep the light forward while it's on this strap here. So, all right, so that just about does. All right, guys, that'll about do it for today. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you haven't done so already, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out. And like I said, any of the items that you saw in the video today, I'll make sure to go ahead and leave links in the description. So until the next one, stay prepared.